joined our Joel Klatt on his Big Noon Conversations and said he plans to be at Colorado long term and to be dominant at Colorado long term. So, Keyshawn, how good will this year's Buffaloes be?
You know, I'm just looking at the schedule, Skip, without diving into college football and really dissecting their opponents and looking at the rosters and everything. Just looking at the names of the schools and going off my memory from a year ago, I look at them as a 9-3 team. I think they lose to a Nebraska at Nebraska, second week after beating North Dakota, which North Dakota State could be a tough out for them, but they'll wind up winning that game. And then I slide all the way down, and then I look at the next loss in November against Utah, based on Utah's toughness, the quarterback coming back. And
is that
no, it's at Colorado, but Utah and Cam Rising and company is really good.
As you found out at USC.
Exactly. I got them losing that. I got them losing back-to-back against Kansas. So Utah, then Kansas, at Kansas. Yep. Kansas got a good team, nice little quarterback, the whole deal.
Yep.
And I got them beating Oklahoma State. But 9-3 is a really good year for them. You know, Arizona had a hell of a year, but their coach left and went to Washington. They're down in the desert. I got them winning that game. So I got them at 9-3.
Are they at Kansas State?
They are. Kansas State is at Colorado, but I got them beating Kansas State. So I only got them losing to Nebraska, Utah, and Kansas.
Okay.
But, you know, look, Deion has a plan, right? And he said it. He said, I got a plan. I'm not following my boys. They're my sons. I'm not, you know, they're not leading me. I'm leading them. Yeah. Which is all true. And he had a plan at Jackson State, which was to get that program to a certain place. And I remember when I was at ESPN and having him on the show and talking to him about the possibilities of leaving Jackson State to go Division I or whatnot. And he's, you know, I prime talk, said, baby, I'm not doing that right now, da-da-da-da. And eventually, he did do it. So there's a plan always in place. And as he said, for now, I plan on staying because I got a plan in place. When that plan materializes and he gets them, and I got him winning the Big 12, when he gets there and gets them the way they should be, there's an opportunity, a chance to go elsewhere, whether it's the NFL or even a bigger college program. But he likes to finish the deal, right? He just likes to, when you start something, you want to finish it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if he changes his mind at the end of the season in college and his kids go to the NFL and some amazing offer comes to the table, I'm not going to hold him to the fire on this. I know a lot of people will. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, you said you're going to stay and build a program. Okay, man, a lot of people say they're going to stay and do a lot of things. But when your calling is your calling, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Wait, you think they're going to win the Big 12 this year?
I do. I watched them play.
You are so much more optimistic than I am.
I watched them play every single snap last year.
Yes.
I might have missed 20 snaps in all of their games. They was this close.
Yeah.
In every game that they lost, they was this close except one. And I think that was which one?
The one at Washington State late.
But that was over. Shedeur didn't even play or whatever. Yeah. The Oregon game was the only one that I looked at and was like, yeah, they weren't going to win that game. That was it.
But other teams have gotten that little bit better, too. Look, I think that they will improve this year. I can see them winning 6 or 7 games, and that's okay. College football programs, in particular, are not turned around in 1 year. They're just not. There's too much depth that you need across too many positions. There's the culture that you have to set in a way that's different from pro teams or any other sport. There's the recruiting aspect that you have to do. There's the transfer portal to mature and everything like that. So there are a lot of different factors that determine success. And to me, he doesn't have to win the Big 12. He doesn't have to compete with programs like Michigan or Alabama yet. He just needs to do better than he did last year. I think he will do better than he did last year. He could even do better than any Colorado team has done in 10 or 15 years. If they only won 6 games, that would be the most games they've won since 2016. That is 8 years ago. They've only had 1 winning season since 2006. So building a program is just that. It's not overnight success. It's building a program. I think he will continue to build this program with excellent foundation, but I don't see him winning.
You know what, Rachel? This program is already built. You know that, right? The program's already built. That's over with. Building the program is completely over with. Building the program started last year.
I know, but you need the wins. You need, need to build on all of that.
They had heartbreak and pain in multiple games last year. They've already gone through that cycle. They got the best quarterback in the conference, which is his son. They got the best two-way player in all of college football, which is Travis Hunter. A host of a bunch of dudes in the portal. There is no building. This isn't. We're not talking about a program that's trying that's was on probation and trying to build the program because they lost a bunch of scholarships. No, they got a slew of players. They turned over their coaching staff. I'm telling you, Rachel, I got them winning the conference.
So do I.
Wow.
And maybe we are
too close to Deion.
Too close to Deion.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe I'm in such awe and I have such love and adoration. Maybe I can't see forest for trees. But Shedeur is not just the best quarterback in that conference. He's the best quarterback in this country. And he is going to be the first pick in the draft, and I think he's going to be really, really good in pro football.
I agree.
And he is as seasoned and experienced a college quarterback as you're going to get. And all that was missing last year, the biggest piece to the puzzle last year was they just couldn't protect him.
Couldn't protect him.
Yeah. And Joel Klatt in the interview said, hey, if you could just cut your sacks in half, Deion, cut them to under 25, from 50 down to 25. He was the most sacked quarterback in the land, in the country. They went out. We had the kid on, Jordan Seaton from D.C., from your neck of the woods. He's the best left tackle as a recruit, as a freshman in the country. Not out of the portal, but they went into the portal, and I don't know what they got in the portal.
They got a bunch of good stuff.
They got a bunch of good stuff, but I can't rank it. I can't evaluate it. I don't know it well enough. Jordan Seaton, by all accounts, is going to be a big-time pro football player, and I liked what I heard from him here because he said, sat right in your seat there and said, it's going to change for Shedeur next year. He's going to be protected. And if you got the blindside protector and you add three, I think they'll have all new starters across the front in the offensive line because they weren't very good. And Shedeur showed me a lot last year because he took a beating last year and kept jumping right up and throwing another touchdown pass. And Travis Hunter is the rare gifted player. I think he's about as good a receiver as he is a corner.
Oh, yeah,
it's close.
Sure.
It's okay.
And he's not doing either full time.
Okay. So the Big 12 will be tough. It's deep tough, but it's not great tough. It's not like there's some juggernaut that they can't handle. So Deion's already on record, we will make the playoffs, and next year they expand to 12. Right. So you're going to have to probably win that conference to get into the...
Man, Skip, I promise you they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm not going... Just because Prime is my friend, I'm looking at the team, and I'm looking at what I saw last year from the other teams. And you're right, Rachel, other teams go out and do the same thing. They get guys in the portal, and they do some of the same things. But when you have the turnover that they've had and brought in the players, and not only the players, the coaches, they got a new offensive line coach with a lot of NFL experience. So when you bring that into the equation, their offensive coordinator, Pat Shermer, head coach, former head coach, offensive coordinator, it's just a different feel. It is, but all your points, by the way, about J.J. Redick are true if you talk about new people at all of these positions. I love Jordan Seaton. I think he was a great recruit for them. I think he's going to be a great NFL player. He is not the size, physically, that he is going to be in 2 years. I agree. He is going to be playing guys who are bigger than him, who in some cases will be able to just move him out of the way, who will employ some of those savvy veteran tricks that he doesn't know yet. That doesn't mean he wasn't a, boffo recruit. That's fantastic that they got him, and Shedeur is tough as nails. He is. However, building a program is about more than just getting the right players in place and the right coaches. It's about giving those guys the experience, the playing together, all of those kinds of things. I think they're going to do better than last year. I think they're going to be good. I think Deion is amazing. I don't see them winning the Big 12.
My only concern is when you throw all these correct pieces into the mix all at once, does the jigsaw puzzle get put together correctly, and does it gel? Does it click? Do you get unity right away with all new pieces?
Yeah, you do. No, you do when you Deion.
Yeah.
See, when you Deion,
I'm with you on that.
That's the difference. Yeah. We're not talking about some other coach. We're talking about Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Just think about it. The guys was held accountable for the things last year that they were not doing right.
Yeah.
They didn't play.
Yeah.
So they left.